Hi, this is Melanie for the Pardesi channel. I'm here to do a trailer reaction to Ranam, starring Prithviraj. So far, we have had 2 teaser trailers that were fascinating for this film, and we had 1 song trailer. This is a new director, Nirmal Sahadev, who's based in Atlanta. The tagline from the film is Ranam, which means war, Detroit Crossing. It's about, there was a Tamil Sri Lankan VVT gang, evidently, that was based in Toronto. And so the action of this takes place in Detroit. And evidently, Prithviraj's character tries to escape to Detroit, but somehow his past catches up to him. So if you're not aware, Detroit and Toronto are very close geographically across the border between Canada and the U.S. Pranav, before you ask, yes, I do have a cold. That's why my voice sounds funny. And if I look like death, it's because I feel like it. But this is a new trailer for a movie that I have been anxiously anticipating. So I felt I couldn't wait to watch it, and I wanted to do a reaction. It's filmed in Atlanta. This young filmmaker, Nirmal Sahadev, wrote the script for the recent hit, Hey Jude. He's been an assistant director on, I think it was Avide, which was filmed in Atlanta, and that's how he came to know Prithviraj and some of the other people in the industry. I think he's been an assistant director on another film. But anyway, this is his first feature film. So the amazing thing is, here we have this, it's Prithviraj. This is what's getting some of the interest, but the trailers have been so good. So Nirmal, the director, was born in India, but he went to engineering school in Georgia, near Atlanta, I guess, and then he went to film school in New York. So he's based in the States, and that's what's going to be interesting to me. I could tell right away from the teaser trailers that it was filmed in the United States. It was very American-looking cars. The houses, even though it was filmed in Atlanta, they picked something that looked like the northern Midwest kind of a house that Prithviraj breaks into. He's carrying a baseball bat, not a cricket bat, a baseball bat. Yeah, I cannot wait to see this film. It's coming out, I think it's September 6th, and I'm like crossing my fingers that we get the same day release and it's not delayed as some Malayalam films are. So, let's watch this. Go.
വേണ്ടായിരുന്നു ഭാസ്കരേട്ടാ, അന്നെന്നെ ചേർത്ത് നിർത്തണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
You thinking this might be a repeat of Toronto? Let's hope it's not.
There's that bat.
ഈ വീക്കെൻഡിൽ ഷാരന്റെ ഫാം ഹൗസിൽ ഒരു ബേസ്മെന്റ് പാർട്ടിയുണ്ട്. മിനിമം ഒരു $3,000 റെഡക്സ് കച്ചവടം നടക്കും.
കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം പോർട്ടൽ നടന്ന സംഭവമില്ലേ, അതിനെപ്പറ്റി ചന്ദ്രൻ എന്നറിയാം?
പുതിയ ചില ആളുകൾ ഇറങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം ആ പോളിഷുകാരായിട്ടൊരു മീറ്റിംഗ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
I have been kicked out of my house twice, and I'm not going to let that happen.
മതിയായില്ലേ ഭാസ്കരേട്ടാ, ഈ സ്ഥലവും ജീവിതമൊക്കെ? എന്നേ
I need to move on. അതിനാദ്യം ഈ സ്ഥലം വിട്ട് പോകണം എനിക്ക്.
I'm gonna wait for you to fuck this up.
Negativity flowing through my enemy, feeling my energy moving all the way within me.
It's the great American dream. All I get a mood.
Never ever will be mine.
Are you the man? ഇവിടെ ജീവിക്കുന്നിടത്തോളം കാലം ബാക്കിയുള്ളവന്മാരുടെ മുമ്പിൽ നീ അവന്റെ ആളായിരിക്കും.
I have big plans for you, brother. നമ്മ சேர்ந்து നിന്നാ ഞാൻ നടക്ക പോறதுங்கிற പറ്റി யோசி.
ഇനി ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് നമ്മളല്ല, ഞാൻ മാത്രം.
Everybody has something to lose. Find us.
Okay, wow, that was a really well edited and cut together trailer. I love trailers like that are cut to the beats of the music. The music at one point had rap style. If you're not familiar, Eminem, there's a whole movie, 8 Mile, about him growing up in Detroit. It definitely has the music and the vibe of Detroit. Detroit is a crumbling city that is trying to come back, and so that's a good echo for it. It seems like this is a character that's trying to get away from his dark past. Looks like he works in some sort of auto garage or something, which again is very Detroit. But thank you for the commenter. Let me know that the other character in the poster, Rahman, is A.R. Rahman's brother. I wasn't familiar with that. I didn't know that. And so he calls Prithviraj brother in the trailer. And I don't know if that's just kind of like bro, or if there actually is a family relationship that Prithviraj can't escape. That he's always seen as being in a gang or something just because of his family tie. It's something that he can't get away from. When the second teaser and the song, obviously, we saw more of the other lead, the actress, Isha Talwar. So she doesn't have as much here. We had a full conversation at a dinner table that caused all these flashbacks for Prithviraj when she asked, do you like what you do, or something like that. It's like, a date situation. So she had much less of a role, just kind of some reaction shots and maybe a scene of her dancing in this trailer. It's much more, this trailer is dialogue between Prithviraj, Rahman, and then this older man. I think he called him a character named Bhaskar, which I don't remember from before. But anyway, that seems to be his mentor. There's, discussion of the American dream bringing crap. There's a lot of people who are very disillusioned about trying to make it in America, especially immigrants these days. The climate is very different, so that is very timely for America. I'm just so thrilled to see Prithviraj in a movie set in America and by a director who's been living in America. I'm just anxious to see a discussion. I mean, it looks like it's going to have all the gangster and all that kind of stuff, but there could be some more commentary that will be really interesting to me of the perspective of this, Indian community here in America. And it sounds like at least a little bit there's going to be some commentary on that. So I'm interested in that. But also the action, the fights, everything looked really cool. So just on its own as a fun noir gangster film, yeah, I'm all about that. I love it when Prithviraj goes a little bit dark, but here it's like dark with a heart of gold, which I sort of, City of God, same kind of thing. Like he can unleash the violence if he needs to, but he doesn't really want to. Yeah, nobody does that like Prithviraj, play that tortured bad guy with a heart of gold. Yeah. He is that to a T. Again, I think I mentioned that the filming all takes place in Atlanta, which is standing in for the city of Detroit because the state of Georgia here in the U.S. gives all sorts of tax incentives for films to be filmed there. So many of the Marvel movies that you've seen have scenes filmed in Georgia. The film Baby Driver was completely filmed in Atlanta and nearby. Walking Dead. I mean, you could go down a whole list of shows and everything that are all filmed in Atlanta, which is a very cool city. But Detroit, there's a lot of connotations with Detroit and movies set in Detroit and stories because there's such decay. It's like it's a place that was once in the heyday of the auto industry, such a wealthy place. And now there's so much decay. There's so many abandoned buildings, so many. Yeah, I mean, it's like the wilderness is taking over all of these lots. There's a city that's emptying out and trying to rebuild itself. So there's a lot of imagery just about the connotations of what it means to have something set in Detroit when you're talking about an American story. I'm just going to be interested to see what Nirmal Sahadev does with a story set in America. I was not even familiar that there was any kind of Tamil gang that existed in Toronto. So that was something I learned. I had no idea. I don't know if that ever had a presence in Detroit, but since the two cities are so close, it's definitely in the realm of possibility, that's for sure. I'm so looking forward to this film and crossing my fingers that it will indeed come out that first weekend here in Chicago, so I'll be able to see it the same day that you are in India. Let me know your thoughts about this trailer. I need to watch it again and kind of absorb it all. It seems like they were cramming a lot of information, but definitely we were getting... I think what was new is seeing that there was some sort of relationship between the Rahman character and Prithviraj's character, whereas before we kind of got that Rahman's character was a bad guy. This time we see that there's some sort of connection, like they're pulling him back in and doesn't want to be back in that world, but he can't, and possibly it's because there literally is a family relationship there. I don't know if they're really brothers or just calling each other bro. Anyway, let me know if you've heard anything else in the Kerala press about this movie. I would love to know about it in the comments. Please, you guys are so great in giving me additional background information, and it helps me so much to learn new things and to enjoy the films more by learning more about it. Pranav promised to get back to drinking more tea and resting, but I had to do a reaction to this new trailer because I'm so excited about this movie. Follow us on Twitter at PardeziYT. Thank you to everyone who sent me links to let me know that this trailer had come out today on Twitter. I really do appreciate that. Subscribe here to the Pardesi channel, and if you hit the bell, then you'll get a notification whenever I have a new trailer reaction or a film review.